The White House has announced more than $42 billion in federal funding as part of its goal to connect the entire country to high-speed internet.
Now, Michigan will receive among the most funding, around $1.5 billion, to improve the state's internet infrastructure.
Our Elle Myers is in Lansing at the state capitol building with the latest.
Michigan will see a major influx of money to improve our state's internet access. More than $1.5 billion to be exact. The funding is coming from the Biden administration and is expected to help connect more than 200,000 Michigan homes.
It's not as dense as of a population, and therefore it makes it more difficult to justify the business case of the expense of deploying fiber out in those areas.
That's Dan Manning, who works with the Michigan chapter of Connected Nation. He tells me rural areas typically get the short end of the stick when it comes to access to the internet.
Certainly not intentionally, but there are some pockets where and some demographic groups that have been particularly affected by this due to affordability reasons or just because of where they live.
In some locations, population is so sparse it doesn't make financial sense for internet companies to provide service.
There isn't broadband infrastructure where the math doesn't work.
This influx of funding from the federal government is meant to address this problem, not just in Michigan, but across the country.
This money was appropriated by the Congress when they wrote and then the president signed the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, or the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act.
In total, the Biden administration allocated about $65 billion to address internet access issues. Now that Michigan knows just how much money there is to work with, the Michigan High-Speed Internet Office will begin planning how to reach every Michigander.
Areas that are either currently unserved, don't have any kind of broadband service today, or are underserved where they're getting low quality or low speed service. Those are really the target areas where that money is going to be distributed or where that build out will actually take place.
The money will become available in the middle of next year. And in the meantime, officials tell me Michiganders have an opportunity to take a look at the plan and give their input in public comments before crews actually hit the streets laying fiber. For now, reporting in Lansing, I'm Elle Myers, CBS News, Detroit.